What is there anything different now in this rivalry with the new coach?
I don't think so. I think the tradition's set, and I think when you have new faces or new blood or whatever, and how they've invested, I think there's always that. I think John Smith packed a pretty good punch. And then, you look at Joey C. and Gable, and you look at Byron Roderick and Gable, and, all that history. And, some of my international coaches were assistants there. Bruce Burnett. Definitely a place where wrestling is relevant, and that's exciting. We love it.
What has he done to kind of carry on the standard of the program?
I think they're 13-0 or whatever, and I think people take notice. So he's trying to continue a good thing and build on, put his own little twist. And I got a lot of problems here, so I'm not going to think too much on his program.
Are you? I don't know how to ask this, but are you pretty close on a lineup now as you get into the postseason?
We're just not going to talk about that stuff. Okay. It's going to always be vague, and I know we got a lot of good guys, and the problem is there's 10 weight classes, and we got, maybe more than 10 guys that can do very well, that we believe in.
You talked about it, kind of touched on it, but you talked about having a 10-cylinder engine 2 weeks ago. How many cylinders do you have going right now?
I think we got a lot of work to do, and we're doing the work. And I think we have guys that like to do the work. And it's a lot of fun. Thanks.
Thanks, sir.
You've seen enough Iowa, Oklahoma State here. These are two teams that are going to get after it, right?
Yeah, it's a rivalry, I guess, and last duel of the season, big implications. Should be fun. I'm excited.
How does this compare to the other rivals you guys have?
I think this year's a little different. I think there's kind of a lot on the line when it comes to these two teams, so this one definitely sticks out a little more.
Go ahead.
I was say, is there anything different in the way that they're wrestling that you're seeing on film under the new head coach?
Yeah, maybe, but it's not really something we pay attention to. It's not like, oh, you got a new coach, they wrestle so much better. It's kind of I don't really look at it like that.
Where are you at right now, mindset wise? And now with the season now really close, or it doesn't change?
I think the right answer would be it doesn't change, right? But this is my favorite part of the season. It's getting down to crunch time. We're almost to March, and we're in our last duel. It's flew by. I'm already a junior. I only have 1 year left after this, so I'm pumped. I'm excited. It's going to be a fun month here. So,
how has this year gone for you? Do you think now, and now that you've had all the way to this point?
I don't know. I think I learned a lot. Every time I step on the mat, in the practice room and out on competition. It's just been a lot of fun. We got a fun group of guys, and I'm excited for this last stretch.
You mentioned that this is your favorite time of the year. Has that been the case your entire wrestling career, or only since you got to Iowa?
I think definitely my whole career. When it just means a little more, right? And so, not saying that these last duels don't mean a lot, but there's obvious reasons why this means a lot more, and I couldn't be more excited.
Seeing stuff on social media for the high school state stuff, does that kind of get you in the right mindset, like postseason mindset?
Yeah, I guess, right? It's already postseason. Good luck to all those Dodgers and Seabolt kids out there. I'm gonna be watching.
Can you sense in the room that it's getting close now, and can you sense a different mentality maybe?
This team has been dialed in. I feel like all year. So I think. Maybe, but I don't know, not really. I think we've been dialed in all year, and it doesn't change much in the practice room. We're going to keep getting better.
When you talk about what's on the line in this duel, is that just because of the level of you in Oklahoma State, or is there something else to it?
Yeah, I think number 2 versus number 3, right? I think the matchups, I think there's just a lot on the line. Should be a good duel. Should be fun.
What's your expectation just for like the atmosphere, energy?
I think it's probably gonna be a zoo in there, and I mean, we got to put our blinders on, and we gotta go out, have some fun, do our job. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Have a good one. Last duel of the regular season. Where do you think you're at right now?
In just
Just-
mindset, yeah, excited that well, excited and sad at the same time because it's my last season, but first season as a Hawkeye, so just excited to take it into a postseason and to perform at the best of my ability that God's given me and that the coaches helped me grow throughout this year and just see where I end up.
How has this been for you this year? I mean, have you really enjoyed it here?
I have, yeah. In the past years, I think wrestling is just a hard sport, and it takes a lot physically, mentally, emotionally. And coming here, yeah, I didn't know how much I was going to like it, but I enjoy it so much that this year's been the fastest year for me. And that might be a combination of it being my last year, but it's also, I think, a combination of having great coaches, having great teammates, and just having a great time every single day in the practice room. So,
How much has this coaching staff changed you?
man, I would say quite a bit. Not in like a wrestling style, but just like a mindset of doing every little thing right. Like the sleep matters, the nutrition matters, how you're coming in with your mindset, how you're warming up. I mean, down to like the smallest building block. And I think that's shown in my competition, and I hope that I can continue building every single day.
Did that kind of take some getting used to, or?
No, not a little bit, yes, with like the nutrition, the sleep, warm-ups, and just, I guess, yeah, I think I just had to take some time to like trust and know that these guys know exactly what they're talking about. And when you do it, you see the benefits and the steps that helps you build, and then you can just take off with it.
Were your reservations coming to Iowa mainly just you didn't have that trust built up yet, or what were your concerns coming to Iowa?
I think the perspective about Iowa is a lot different from when you're in here. I think Iowa gets a bad rep, and I was kind of coming in with that mindset, and I was just like, oh, I don't really know how it's going to be. But yeah, when I got here, it was amazing, and they treat you like family, and they want the best for you on the mat, off the mat, in every aspect of your life. So there's no place I'd rather be.
And then what has it taken from you to carry the momentum from that big win against Nebraska, where you got the fall with 8 seconds?
Oh yeah, yeah, that was great. And I think that comes from like the little steps that I was talking about, the nutrition, the warm ups, how you're cutting weight, and yeah, it's great to have that win. But yeah, just building off of it and trying to have the best season I can end with. So.
From a team perspective, how big is it with what you've got coming in this weekend as to get you then ready for what's coming up here in March?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty big duel, like 2 versus 3 or something like that. And yeah, I think there will be really good matchups up and down the lineup. And yeah, I don't think anything really changes that big. I mean, you come in, you do the work, you do everything right, and if you're doing everything right, it'll show out on the mat. So yeah.
You're no stranger to Oklahoma State, having been at Wyoming and Oklahoma.
Yeah. The competition from Wyoming, and then I thought that was a rivalry, and then I got to OU, and I was like, oh, this is a rivalry. But then Iowa has a rivalry with them that's pretty high too. So yeah, looking forward to it. Glad it's in Carver, and yeah, it'll be a exciting atmosphere, and I'm looking forward to it. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yep.